All right, watching radar now as we go through the course of the evening. These storms will be marching out of northern Mass and southern New Hampshire and closer to the city of Boston. The warnings are up. You can see these in this orange shading here, these boxes that are forming here, and they've been progressing eastbound with each storm. And these are nasty storms, history of producing some hail and some wind damage too. And I think they'll hold their own as they come closer and closer to the 495 belt. In fact, I know they will because they have backing from a front. In Pepperell, it's all wet and lightning and thunder surrounding you. Winchendon just about out of it now. Leominster is just right to your west, and you just wait. There's probably a dark sky involved in this one. And we have a 4:30 expiration time for the warning that's right along the Mass border right now. And then we go closer to Leominster, and that warning expires at 4:45 as well, too. But again, I expect these to be moving eastbound closer to Carlisle, Billerica, and then over to Chelmsford, and then up into Lawrence, too, as we go through 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, too. Lightning pretty intense, as to be expected with any of these thunderstorms. And also the track on these bringing it a little bit closer to Leominster here in the next half hour. So I want to show you this, too. This is a hail product that we can probe the storm and look for hail. Now, what the rule is that you take half of the size here of what it's projecting. So it says hen size, which is about 2 inches in diameter. So it's generally about 1 inch in diameter. So this is a computer algorithm, and you kind of just have to, it's a fudge factor for it, more or less. But certainly right near Petersham right now, we have pretty good size hail coming down, and right along Route 2 as well, out to Gardner and Athol. 86 in Bedford. Woo, that's fuel for the fire, isn't it? And up through Lawrence, we're in the upper 80s too. Dew points are very soupy as well. That adds plenty of moisture to the whole picture here. And dew points in the mid 60s and close to 70 degrees right now in Norwood. So as these storms press into that hot, humid air, they'll have plenty of fuel to keep going. That and that front, which should be pushing through later on tonight, and that should carry the threat all the way into the 7 to 8 o'clock hour. So give it time. Be patient on the South Shore. I can't promise anything really down through Taunton and Plymouth other than maybe a random storm or a glancing shot at a storm, and certainly out through the Cape and the Islands. It does not look like your time this time around. That said, everybody sees some relief, and the extended forecast is looking pretty promising for some soaking rain in the long term. So let's not all get jealous that somebody got rain and somebody didn't this time around. There's room for plenty of rain in the forecast as we go into the weekend and also early next week. But this front will definitely put an end to all this heat, at least for the time being. We go into the weekend and things get pretty hot, that's for sure. On Saturday, mid-80s one last time before we see that vanish. We have showers in the forecast on Sunday. Not entirely washed out, but boy, it's not looking dry for very long. I mean, you might get a gap between an hour or two where you get no showers, and then they pick up again. Monday, same thing. The temperatures keep sliding, and then on Tuesday we start coming out of it. Still a shower threat, but Wednesday, Thursday, we're back into the clear. And that is actually below normal for this time of year, going back to those 60s. See you in a bit.